welcome back to the channel. As you guys know, all the boys are in town, Jimmy and the whole gang from Connecticut. We've been having a blast this past week, just wrenching on Z's and cars and filming and doing fun stuff. But today we're just having kind of a chill, casual day at the local track. Haven't driven this car in a couple weeks, so I figured I would take it out, and always just reminds me of how fucking good these cars are. My favorite car of all time. And you'll notice I'm wearing a new hoodie. I shot a promo for that and just released that. This is an all new hoodie design about the NSX. Unfortunately, I can't put the promo in the video because of copyright, but head over to my Instagram and watch it if you'd like. But I'll show these hoodies more in depth in this video, but they're sick, and they drop February 10th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very limited supply for this first drop, but I'm so stoked on how these came out, and I hope you guys love them. Spent some time yesterday rerouting the airlift controller. I had it in here originally, but in order for me to monitor everything, I'd always have to keep this open, and I hated that. So rerouted it right through this tiny little thing right here, and it just chills right there. And now I got my cup holders back, so that's also a plus. I'm gonna go to like the local car wash and just spray this thing off super quick because it's got some pollen and crap and dirt and schmeg and shit and piss and on it. Then go to the track because today's just a chill day. I'm stoked though. I don't drive this car a lot because I just love it so much, and it's definitely a special occasion to be able to break it out with all the boys here. Look at that ceramic coating work, baby. You guys want to know why I love cars so much? It's because of this. Look at how fucking good this thing looks. I still can't get over that this is my car. Leah's 8.6 is so rad too. God, I fucking love this car. Alright, so like I had said, we are releasing new hoodies on Thursday, February 10th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the first completely new design that I have had in a really, really long time. The last one that was to this caliber was the LS400 hoodie drop. And honestly, I think I like this one a little better. Here's the front close-up. I went with kind of a Nirvana, Stranger Things kind of design for the front of the hoodie. Looks super cool. The opacity drop throughout the whole thing came out so good. But the back is where this thing hits. Look at how freaking dope this back piece is. I've always wanted like an urban street style kind of design, and this design knocked it out of the park. I also love the red and black contrast on here. It's just very urban and dark. My favorite kind of designs ever. We have Driven to Hell up top, Never Home here, 444, cool graphics, style over everything. This is like a little map of all the states that I've been to in the US so far. And then obviously we have the NSX here, and it came out so cool. It has like comic style color to it. This is the same photo that I took of the car right after we put the air suspension on it. And it translated so cool into a hoodie design, and I'm so stoked on this. Like I said, these are going to be dropping February 10th, this Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are interested in picking up a hoodie, I have a very limited amount for the first drop as a feeler. I'll have links in the description as always where you can check out the website and stay up to date with the drops. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a closer up of the whole design. I think it is probably my favorite design so far, and you've probably seen Jimmy and a couple of the other guys wearing them while they've been here. They think they're so freaking cool, and I'm stoked. I'm really stoked on this. I hope you guys are stoked too. Now we get into some other stuff. So I've had this box sitting in the corner of my office for a couple weeks now, and I finally found the time to be able to install it. This is a 5-element rear diffuser for the NSX, and I think it's going to tie the whole rear end of this car together very nicely. But I've been staring at this box in my office for the past 2 weeks, and I finally got the time to throw it on. So I'm gonna go and get the car, get it up on the lift, and then show you guys the new diffuser, figure out how to put it on, and hopefully it transforms the back of the car. weeks ago, I picked up a Difflow 5-element rear diffuser for an NSX. Comes flat black, powder coated aluminum, got a bunch of brackets and stuff like that. Nice new hardware, things like that. They don't really have any instructions, and the forums and stuff that I'm finding are from 10 years ago, so they've updated some things since then, but I kind of understand where they're going with it. Basically, this bracket piece right here will clamp onto the engine brace here and kind of rest it here, and then you would mount the other part of the diffuser to the rear valence. This diffuser only works for early gen NSXs if they have the updated rear valence, which this is the 2002 to 2005 rear valence on the back. So I'm gonna set you guys down on the tripod and see if I can just get this thing resting up in here for now, and then it probably will make a little more sense then. I'm not alone tonight though. I got myself a buddy. You just run over the lift or something? What'd you hit?
I crashed on that side. Did I screw it?
No, you're fine. I was filming and I just heard a No, you're fine. Car's fine.
I was like, I think I can make this. I heard, I'm like, oh shit.
Me and Rudnick are both shot, so the guys went out for like a cruise tonight down to downtown Orlando, but me and Rudnick wanted to stay back and just kind of work on our stuff. So he's doing an oil change on this old pig, this rig. How you like this thing, dude?
Dude, I honestly love this car.
Yeah.
This thing is sick. It's my new daily. I'm Adam LZ. I get a daily every week, you know?
I was going to say, everyone says that.
I'm going to call it the daily, and 5 days later, it's just going to disappear forever, and no one's ever going to see it again. It's be parked.
I know. Well, you've probably had quite a bit enough of this car over the past week.
No, honestly, I'm stoked to get back to Connecticut and go to, like, Englishtown and stuff.
True.
Like, I just want to keep running it and see how long it can last.
Yeah.
Like, if it makes it back to Connecticut, I think I did a pretty damn good job putting this thing back together.
I think you'll be good.
Let's hope so.
You'll be better than Tommy.
I was hearing some clunking on the way back from the track. I'm like, God damn it. If I got to fix something right now, I'm going to be pissed.
A little bolt check, I think you'll be good.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to be over there working on my car. He'll be over here working on his car, and we're just going to hang out. I think I have a better understanding of how everything works now. Like I said, back piece just kind of rests on this rear support bar right here, and then this smaller piece that I have over in the bubble wrap over there bolts onto the other side and clamps the support beam from the other side, and so that one's pretty easy. This one is kind of a weird one, and it comes with extension pieces, and I think the brackets I'm trying to reach are the ones that are high up in here that have those little nuts sticking out, and I think that those are the ones that we are trying to get to. So now that I know kind of roughly where this thing's supposed to go, I'm gonna drop it back down and install the bigger bracket on here, get it mocked back up again, and hopefully we can just tighten this thing up and it'll be a pretty quick and easy install. What do you think, dude?
Dude, it looks killer. It looks great.
I love it. I was talking to Rudnick. I want to find like some side canards or diffuser pieces that I can put on either side to kind of, you know, fill out the rest of it.
It does look a little naked there.
I mean, it fits the center. It's made to fit the center piece of the valence.
Yeah.
Which I love. It was not that bad of an install.
Oh, there we go with it again.
Fucking, we've been walking all over this. But I'm stoked. It looks good. All right, I just finished helping Rudnick mount some tires, but while the car is on the lift, I want to check the front bumper because it's extremely hard to tell, but I can see that the driver's side sags ever so slightly, and it just bugs the ever-living crap out of me. So when I look at the front bumper from here, you can see the panel gaps here nice and tight, panel gaps here nice and tight. Come over here, there's a gap, and there's a little bit of a gap in here as well. So I'm hoping that stuff is just a little bit loose. So I'm gonna pop this wheel off, take the fender liner out, see if I can get in there and tighten up some loose bolts. But if not, it's not a huge deal. Like I said, I have a kit coming for this car that's gonna completely change the whole thing. But for now, it's just one of those things that kind of bugs me. All right, so I managed to get the car up in the air, and I actually found there's a bracket that goes on both sides, and the passenger side had all of the hardware and bolts that it needed for that one, but the driver's side had none of them, and it just used those old plastic push clips, which I don't even think were factory. I think that those were just something that someone did the last time they took the bumper off. So I replaced it with 2 bolts and nuts with some big washers, made sure that those were tight, and I think when I did that, it pulled the side of the bumper up, because now it's pretty much dead even. It was such a minor thing before, and it was just the only thing wrong with this car that was bugging me, like in photos or anything like that. But no, it looks much better now. I'm stoked. I'm gonna wash my hands before I move this thing out. But I'm friggin' pumped at how this diffuser looks in the back. I think with this thing aired out, it's just gonna look ridiculous. But yeah, I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I'll back this thing up and air it out and see what it looks like. All right, it's super late, but rear diffuser is on, and let me tell you, I fucking love it. It gives a whole new look to the back of the car. It even helps the side angle from the side here. Oh man, I'm a huge fan of it. The front end thing that I was trying to work on, if you guys can see what I'm talking about, you can see the lip. The front bumper just looks like kind of sad, and I've been trying to figure out why. I tightened the bracket that didn't have any hardware in it. It definitely moved the bumper up, and it helped a little bit, but there's still something weird with this front bumper. I looked behind everything. there's no structural damage. There's no past accident history with this car. This car is clean title, but it's just odd. He looks confused. I don't know. All right, so I think I have a game plan for this. I got the car up in the air, and I looked under the bumper, looked at a bunch of brackets and stuff, watched a couple videos. There's nothing that holds like support upwards in this bumper. And this bumper is in 3 pieces technically. You have this top portion, and then this second portion, and then the lip itself. But there's nothing that goes up this way to keep the bumper supported from factory. So what my plan is, because this is such a minimal thing, and some of you guys might not even be able to pick it up on camera, I'm not gonna beat myself up over it, but I think what I'm gonna do is, since I measured this car when it was sitting on the ground and the driver's side was a 1/4 inch lower, I'm going to counter that and lower the passenger side bag itself about a 1/4 inch to try and even that out. And then on top of that, I'm also going to get Jimmy or someone to help me, and I'm gonna undo these 2 bolts and just kind of pick the bumper up and push in a tiny bit to try and just counter that. Like I said, I'm not trying to beat myself up over this, and in the future, a lot of the stuff on this car is gonna get replaced with the kit that I have coming for it. So this is just a temporary thing that I just more so just wanna know why I think it's sagging. And the fact that I can't figure it out is what's bugging me. But either way, I'm gonna lower this bag, adjust that top bumper bracket, and then we'll see how it looks. Understands this more than anyone else, dealing with body stuff and lining things up and the nightmare it takes. But I think I got it. I ended up lowering this side like I said, like a 1/4 inch, and then
raised or like undid the little bumper bolts here and then pushed the bumper inwards. And I measured both sides and she's looking straight. So
Tighter too.
yeah, much tighter. There was a few things that were in the bumper that were broken or not installed, because he told me that some guy did have like the lower lip installed by a body shop at one point.
Okay.
So they probably
Probably just didn't put the bolts back.
Yeah.
Weight reduction.
But I'm stoked. The nightmare's over. This thing looks good again. I mean, I've always loved this car, but this is the only thing that's been bugging me ever since I got it. But I'm stoked to have figured it out. But it's super late. I've been working on this thing. Randy's been working on something special over in the paint booth. So
Call it the flip mobile.
but I'm gonna end the video here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't picked up one of the hoodies, they drop tomorrow when you're watching this video. So check out the link in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.